This very well may be the worst superhero movie I have ever seen. So in this horrific reboot of Fantastic Four, we subjected to Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara, and Jamie Bell putting some effort into this movie to just be let down by terrible dialogue, shitty exposition, horrible CGI, and I felt like watching this film that I was just disservice as a fan of superhero movies. Josh Trank, I don't know what he's doing. I thought Chronicle was brilliant, and this film is just a mess, a complete disaster. It's been facing months of bad buzz, and boy, does it show. I knew this wasn't going to be a good film from the first 5 minutes, where you have them portrayed as younger versions of themselves. Jamie Bell gets beat up by his older brother, and his older brother, as he's punching him in the face, says, "It's clobbering time!" Hold up. You're going to tell me that Jamie Bell, as the Thing, is going to take the saying that his older brother says when he beats the shit out of him and use it as his catchphrase when he's beating the shit out of people? That makes no sense. Kate Mara, she has the personality of a piece of toilet paper. That's how I felt about her in this film. Her character was so poorly written. Not only that the way she gets powers, there's no explanation at all. They just, wow, she's turning invisible. Cool. Sue Storm and Johnny Storm are brother and sister. And they go as far as saying, oh yeah, she's adopted. There could have been a good backstory there. Just like, now you know. Thanks for telling us that. That was really insightful. Really added to her character. No, not at all. And their dad is played by discounted Morgan Freeman. He tried so hard to have that leadership mentor role, and it just was poor. The most likable person in this would be Michael B. Jordan. He's the Human Torch. I think he does a good job with this role, even though he's just kind of shoehorned into working on with this team, with the plot story they gave him. It works for what he's trying to do. Toby Kebbell plays Dr. Doom. He was so good in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. You would never have guessed he starred in that as the bad guy if you would have watched this film. Dr. Doom looked so cheesy. I was laughing at parts in this film. The mouthpiece and the metal face that he had, it is a sad fact that I would say that the previous rendition of Dr. Doom looked way better than this version of Dr. Doom. The pacing of this movie is terrible. Half this movie, actually 75% of this movie is just them doing exposition. They don't even get their powers until an hour into this film. Why am I watching this? Why don't they start out with them getting their powers? And also, not to mention that they run one experiment with the monkey, sending them to another dimension, and then they're like, let's go do it ourselves, because we've proven that it'll work just fine. There's no logic in this film. It is such a letdown. I love the actors that are in this film. They do such a good job in other films. Miles Teller, his character is Mr. Fantastic, and oh my god, was I laughing when they brought him back and he was stretched out. It looks so ridiculous, and the special effects that they used for him and how he stretches just looks terrible. Terrible. This film feels like they had the budget of 3 locations. They have the lab, where 50 minutes of this movie takes place in. You have Planet Zero, the horrible looking CGI world that they visit and teleport to. And then you have the random scenes that take place in the woods. After sludging through 2 acts of hardly anything happening, you get to this 3rd act, and it goes from a crappy movie to just a disaster. I've never been more unimpressed with a villain in a villain boss fight than watching this film. It is just so lame how they use their powers to fight Dr. Doom, and a waste of Dr. Doom. You have him in the film for 10 minutes, and it's so forced to make it happen. This whole time watching it, it feels like, oh, we're building the team. Oh, so we can set up more films. Oh, is this shared with the X-Men universe? This has the same problem that Spider-Man 2 had. Not as bad as Spider-Man 2, but they felt like they had the need to set up other films. Why don't you just make the first film good and then we want a sequel? and people pay to see it, and people talk about it, and people want to go watch this film. That's not what happens here. The ending is like, oh, we have a team now. We're a team. Let's have another adventure. Well, I'm hoping and I'm praying that they do not. Poorly written dialogue, terrible CGI and special effects, a cast that tries their best, but the material they're given just doesn't work. This might be the worst superhero film I've ever watched, and honestly, one of the biggest disappointments of this year, because I love the people involved with this film. Fantastic Four gets a 2 out of 10 reels from me. Please don't go see this film. There's other films that are out right now that are way better, like The Gift and Shaun the Sheep. Check them out. Thanks for watching this review of Fantastic Four. I would love to talk to you guys and let me know what you guys thought of this version of Fantastic Four. Comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching The Real Report.